توی این ویدیو اومدیم با تحلیل و ترجمه پادکست ماسل فیتنس. درود دوستان، خیلی خوش اومدیم به چنل متین بادی. در این پادکست میلو سارسف، دنیس جیمز و کریس کورمیر به عنوان عضو همیشگی حضور دارن و جان دلاروزا به عنوان میهمان در این پادکست شرکت کرد. جان خاطرات خودش رو از آرنولد کلاسیک و هادی چوپان بیان میکنه که بسیار شنیدنیه. اما در ابتدا دنیس یه سوال جالب میپرسه از این که چه کسی بهترین 4 سر پای دنیا رو داره. بریم با هم دیگه بشنویم.
But listen, to be honest now, how many out of the top guys who has feathered quads? And I'm not talking about 3 lines. I'm talking about who? Tell me who.
I mean, so
I wait.
I've seen Derek's at times.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on stage. You tell me.
When they came to the Olympia battle, Derek had feathers.
I'm not talking about the gym. I'm talking about the stage. Tell me right now, from the top 10 guys, who has
conventional shit.
Who has real feathered?
But they're shooting all over their body.
You don't even give me a chance. You don't even give me a chance to answer my question.
Okay, but they're spot shooting in their body, and it's not allowing for the muscle to show feathers because it's.
So you're accusing all of them of spot shooting in the legs.
I'm just saying a lot. It's rampant right now.
All right, now I'm gonna ask the question one more time, Milos. Maybe for you, because Chris won't listen.
See,
he's not listening. He's talking again. I'm not even getting my question in.
So, Mr. Olympia,
top 10 guys who has feathered quad. I mean feathered quads.
Go one by one. Derek does not really have a feathers. He has a quite good separation.
I've seen him though.
On
seen it in my sleep.
12 noon, right? Come on. So not on the stage. Then it says on the stage.
Yeah.
Hadi Chopin is ripped to pieces, but doesn't really have a feathers.
Right, correct.
Yeah. Samsung does have.
On Instagram.
He does. I've seen
on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Instagram, yes.
Okay, yeah. Fourth was Andrew Jack. He does.
خب این لیست تا 7 نفر ادامه پیدا میکنه و فقط اندرو جک روی استیج 4 سر پای کاملی داره و دنیس میگه من نمیگم بقیه ندارن، فقط میگم اونا نمیتونن اون رو بیرون بیارن. زمانی که توی اینستاگرام هستی همه چیز اوکیه، نه استرسی هست و نه آدرنالینی و به راحتی فیگور میگیری. در ادامه جان دلاروزا به پادکست اضافه میشه و دنیس از او این سوال رو میپرسه که به نظر تو در 10 نفر برتر المپیا کدام یک از اونها 4 سر پای تفکیک شده ای دارن؟ جان میگه هادی چوپان خیلی به اون نزدیکه.
At the top 10 in the Olympia, how many of the top 10 guys really have cross-striated quads?
Not many of them.
Well, we couldn't really find a single one of them, to be honest.
Yeah. Hadi's close.
Hadi's got fucking crazy, super thin skin, but they're not really cross-striated. They're separated, you know.
خب صحبت‌های جان و دنیس رو شنیدیم. سپس جان یه خاطره از آرنولد کلاسیک بیان میکنه و جواب دنیس شنیدنیه.
I was looking at Hadi. There's certain things that like fine tuning, right? Like Hadi's stage presence is like, I was just studying him on the side. I was like, man, this dude's a fucking animal. Like
next level.
Everything he does, yeah, like
perfect.
Every movement is rehearsed, practiced probably a million times over. Like the dude knows exactly when to breathe, how to breathe, when to contract, how hard to contract. Like everything is just precise with him.
But isn't it funny? Because what we consider bodybuilding in a U.S. sport, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And he's teaching all y'all how to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, like the dude is a professional.
He's teaching every single guy on the Olympia stage how to be a fucking bodybuilder. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
صحبت‌های جان رو شنیدیم که بسیار تاثیربرانگیزه که چطور یک ایرانی تونسته دسته بزرگی از اسطوره‌ها و مردم دنیا رو تحت تاثیر قرار بده. در ادامه جان میگه زمانی که داشتم روی استیج فیگور میگرفتم فکر میکردم اجرام خوبه، اما موقعی که هادی رو دیدم فهمیدم چقدر تفاوت داریم.
Standing on the side in the UK watching Hadi and Samson and him go at it, because previously, before getting on stage, I remember Patrick saying, like, listen, on your quarter turns, like, don't fucking let up. Like, make sure your every pose is just bang on, right? And I thought my presentation was good. So I was just watching like how Hadi did it because obviously we're the same height and I want to get to where he's at. And I remember there's a moment where like he kind of like did this. They were doing the quarter turns and he kind of like turned his back to the judges and he took a deep breath and like he let it out.
Reset.
And then like sucked it back in and just like bam, like got right into his side chest, like side quarter turn super hard. I mean, everything was just nasty hard. And then I realized like that's rehearsed. That's his routine. Like this is what he does.
But I think
and
he
he
helps
knows
the
when
sport.
to breathe, how to breathe, like because he held his breath the entire way through until that moment. Like everything was just super hard and it was awesome to watch. So
جان میگه من با دیدن هادی متوجه شدم چیزای ریزی هست که باید رعایت کنم و با اصلاح اونا میتونم خیلی بهتر بشم. باید بگم همونطور که برای همه مشخصه هادی توی فیگورگیری فوق‌العاده است و این شکی توش نیست. دلیلش هم سابقه طولانی هادی توی این ورزشه. میلوس در ادامه میگه هادی از فیگورهای جانب به اندازه سامسون ضخیم نیست، اما نحوه چرخش و نحوه نفسگیری همچنین نحوه فیگورگیری باعث میشه هادی چوپان این توهم رو ایجاد کنه که هادی و سامسون با هم دیگه برابرن. در ادامه جان در مورد خاطره خودش در بک استیج آرنولد کلاسیک همراه با هادی چوپان صحبت میکنه. جان میگه زمانی که من دم میدادم به عضلاتم نهایتا 20 دقیقه بود، ولی وقتی داشتم هادی رو نگاه میکردم متوجه شدم هادی 40 دقیقه داشت عضلاتش رو دم میداد.
backstage I was studying Hadi. They may sound weird, but like I was watching him. Like normally I'm the guy that like when I'm backstage I'll pump up for 15-20 minutes, you know, like how much I was always of the thought process like how much am I going to pump up? I got like no carbs in me, no fluid in me, like I'm going to get pumped and then it's going to get flat, and then you know he was back there pumping up for 45 minutes. Like it was like a full-on workout for him. He was going at it. I started pumping up too, and it worked. I felt fuller than I've ever felt on stage.
It's funny how you watch Hadi from stage competing next to him, how you see that he is really next level.
Yeah,
And I
I
think you're not the only one who can feel what Hadi is on stage. And I think it's going to help to make the sport of bodybuilding much better, because I think a lot of you guys are going to take a lot of stuff way more serious now, because you see at the end, you need that time on stage. You need that stamina to hold your poses. And I think it's going to change the sport in the next 2 years. And I think Hadi plays a huge factor.
Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. I've never really seen someone, he's a consummate professional. Like even what the dude did, I don't know if you guys saw, like I was sitting there, like I had a few fans in the UK, but the dude had a line like a ton of people. So I'm sitting there, I went through my line in about half an hour, took some pictures or whatever. And he saw me sitting there and the dude was like, hey, come here. You know, he called me over, had one of his guys come over and get me. And he was like, John, you're a champion. You're a champion too. These people are going to know your name too. Just take some pictures with me. And I thought, man, how many guys, I mean, I'm going to be honest here. There's a lot of guys in the sport with a lot of huge egos.
Yeah.
Huge egos. How many guys in the sport are actually going to be like, hey, you know what? Come over here. I want you to meet my fans too. You're a champion too, man. You got to, you know, come take some pictures. Yeah. I thought that was...
He's so good for the sport. He's good for the sport.
Yeah.
He's going to change.
Man.
He can really, this is his era. I don't care if he wins the Olympia or not. This is an era where he makes a huge impact, not only in the US, worldwide. And I think a lot of people are going to look up to him and they're going to copy what he's doing.
خب دوستان خیلی ممنون که تا اینجای ویدیو همراه من بودید. لطفاً برای حمایت از ما ویدیو رو لایک کنید و چنل رو سابسکرایب داشته باشید تا جدیدترین اخبار بدنسازی رو از دست ندید. در ضمن اگر دوست دارید پادکست ها رو بیشتر براتون بذارم، لطفاً از این پست حمایت کنید و تو کامنت ها بهم بگید که نظرتون چیه. خیلی ممنون.